everybody. I'm talking to Rick Ed from Do Better Business. I want to ask you about somebody who's thinking about a business, or they've been doing a little bit of a business for a while, and we talked about the importance of having a mentor or having somebody do what you do. At what stage is one ready for mentorship?
You know, the thing is, Nico, that we don't know everything we need to know. And when you put two heads together, suddenly it generates a whole lot of ideas that you didn't have on your own. And it's really great if the person you're talking to knows something about what you want to do. So if you want to get into computer apps, or you want to get into retail, and you talk to another entrepreneur who has already been doing that, they can show you the pitfalls that you don't need to fall into.
And I always feel as an entrepreneur, I was saying to somebody, I mean, if I had to go into a room of investors, because I don't have that experience, I feel too stupid to ask anybody and not brave enough to go, you know, so you sort of learn a little bit online and then you just go and try it. But it is really a kind of a sense of brave. You have to be brave enough to go and do this. You don't have to be scared to go and find a mentor, right?
No, the thing is that most people already know a mentor, and some of them have mentors without knowing. So really, if you have a relative or a friend who is or was in business, you can ask them and say, how do you think I should handle this? What do I do in this situation? I'm considering doing this, that, and the other, and use them as a sounding board, so that give them the opportunity to say, well, have you thought about this?
It's a kind of a voice of reason other than the one in your head, which is a great point. Okay.
Absolutely.
So for entrepreneurs who are also just starting out, I mean, is it expensive to find a coach? Is it difficult to do that if you wanted to get to that next level?
Yeah. Look, there are two ways to do that. First of all, you get qualified coaches, you get people who for whom this is a profession, and in most cases you can work toward that, but initially you don't need to do that. Find somebody who is successful, somebody who is willing to work with you, because they need to you need to be trainable. You need to be willing to learn from what they have to say.
And also it'll help if you know in what area you need the help, right? Because otherwise it's kind of leaving it all to the coach to go, okay, well, I see that you've got so much body fat and this is, and we're going to work on your speed. Whereas if you really come to somebody saying, I'm particularly looking at this area to grow, that could be a little bit, you know.
Definitely, if you give them something to work with. So let's say you're considering expanding your business. You may need to know what it's going to cost. So you might speak to somebody who has already done that, who's expanded their business, and say, well, what is it I haven't thought about? Here are my projections, and let them work through them with you. And you can say, this is how I arrived at these conclusions. And then they can start asking you questions like, yes, but did you check XYZ?
Excellent. Okay, Rick. And if somebody wanted to get hold of you, tell us about Do Better Business. How do we contact you? How do we work with you?
Nico, that's very easy. The business name is also the web address, so you can look up dobetter.business.
Excellent. Thank you very much for your time. It was really insightful.
My great pleasure. Thank you, Nico.
Thank you, and thanks for watching.